Maybe just closing the eyes if that feels comfortable to do so. Just allowing ourselves and our bodies just to settle into this space. And as we set the intention for this practice, we're just aiming really just to check in as best we can. I'm going to spend around 20-25 minutes, maybe a bit longer, just on a check-in. And if we can bring to mind any motivation for this practice, why are we here today? And remembering there's no right or wrong with this. Lots of things may come up or nothing may come up. And just coming to our posture again and just making sure that we're doing the best we can to keep a straight back. Allowing the spine to grow out of our seat. And just to hold us up and alert for this practice. Letting the shoulders drop away from the ears. Feeling the sense of our seat on the floor or our body on the chair. Whatever's supporting us. Seeing if we can just sink a little bit deeper into that support. That feeling of groundedness. Remembering at any time if we need to adjust our position to be more comfortable or be more alert, then doing so. And just coming to find our breath. So we're just noticing where we feel the breath the most in our body. What's the most obvious sensation of breathing? Maybe it's the feeling of air in and out of the nose. Maybe it's the feeling of air going through the throat with a light contraction and relaxation. Is the breath felt in the chest at all? The rising and falling of the chest, or maybe the expansion and relaxation of the belly? So wherever it is we feel the breath, just gonna narrow our focus and commit to just resting our attention on that area in particular. So be it the nose or the throat or the chest or the belly. Or maybe there's a sense of the whole body breathing. Maybe we can't locate the breath at all. And just bringing that absence into our awareness and maybe allowing a different body part to become the focus. So we're just narrowing our attention like a torchlight onto that one area of the body. And we're making a commitment just to hold our attention there. And of course, the mind will move away from that area. And this is when we get to practice being mindful, so we can notice that where we've become distracted away from that breathing part, and we just gently rest our attention back onto the breath. So this is the game for now. We commit to focusing on the breath. We notice when we've become distracted, and we just gently bring our attention back to the breathing and rest it there again in that narrow focus. And it may be that we wish to deepen the breath slightly, so just offering a little bit of energy to the breath. And seeing if we can build a little bit of evenness with our in and out breath. Just noticing this flow of breath in and breath out. It may be helpful to count the breath in, so 3, 4 or 5 on the in-breath. And then just noticing the same count on the out-breath. So we're not striving for perfection with this, it's just a general sense of building some even flow between the in and the out breath. Breathing lightly but fully. If counting isn't for you, then saying a phrase like, I'm breathing in and I know that this is my in-breath, and I'm breathing out and I know that this is my out-breath, can also help to even and settle the mind. Or you may have your own phrases. So whatever works for you. And remembering this doesn't have to be perfect, and we will become distracted. This is just how the mind works. So when we notice that we've gone off into thinking, then no need for any criticism. It happens to everyone. We just bring our attention back and rest it again on the breathing, and again on the counting or the phrases. So just resting our attention on the breath with a gentle encouragement to even the in and the out breath. Noticing if the mind is chatting along or in some kind of commentary, whether it's commentating on what's happening now or the past or the future. So we're not trying to suppress these thoughts, we simply just bring our attention back to the breathing as best we can. As we let go of the counting or the phrases, we can start to notice how the body feels with the breath. So how does it feel as we let go with the exhale? Remembering there's no right or wrong way with this, it's simply observing your own experience of the exhale. And seeing if you can feel it within the body. Maybe there's a sort of sinking into your seat, a feeling of relaxation or even holding on. Just coming more into that feeling of body, whatever that is for you. And continuing into that open sense of what it's like to have a body here. What sensations are available? What's the most obvious bodily sensation? Maybe it's tense jaw or tight neck or shoulders. Maybe it's a full belly. Maybe something achy knees or back. Maybe there's a felt sense of relaxation within the body. So we've got this feeling of our body being here in this space, and we've got this awareness of our breathing. And becoming aware also of our environment as well, the space around us. Any distractions or noises. What does it feel like to be here in this body, in this space? Knowing that there's no right or wrong answer, just your own experience. Maybe there's no available sensation, maybe it's just a little bit of confusion. And if that's the case, then just noticing that. And we can bring our awareness now while we're in this sort of open state of awareness. We're aware of our breath and our body, and we're aware of the environment. Can we bring our attention to anything that might be at the forefront of our minds? What's on top? Is there any persistent thinking or rumination? Any judgment or commentary about what's happening within your experience now? And just seeing if we can allow that to be as it is. Sometimes it feels like we might expand to just allow the presence of whatever's going on in our minds just to be there. And if the mind is empty or there's confusion or not understanding, then that is the focus of our mind. Can we just allow that to be there? So there's no part of our thinking or thoughts or commentary that isn't welcome. Just allowing whatever's going through the mind just to move or stay still without any interference. Maybe there's some emotions that are present. Can we be curious about what we might be feeling right now? Curious and as honest as we can be. Again, no expectation that we should feel or be a certain way, just allowing whatever is present in our feelings or emotions just to be here. Giving it space. What might be the emotional charge of some of the thinking that's going on? How might our thoughts be affected by our feelings? What might be the connection? And picking up any sense of those emotions or feelings, if there is any, where might we feel them in the body? What's the bodily sensation associated with what's going on for us right now? Might be that sensation or pain or discomfort is the primary participant in our attention at the moment. And just seeing what happens when we soften our resistance to that sensation. We can just welcome, in the best way that we can, welcome any sensation that might be present here. Maybe there's some residual anxiety in the chest or belly. Maybe some tension or stress in the shoulders. Maybe general feelings of heat or tightness. And can we meet those in whatever way we can with some form of kind acceptance? Giving space to whatever sensations are available. And if we become distracted at all, being aware of any criticism or judgment that we might voice to ourselves about it. Can we be aware of that moment when we realise that we've been distracted? What's the feeling tone or the thought process or commentary associated with that? Is there any sense of judgment that we're doing it wrong because we're distracted? Can we step back a little bit and notice how we feel about anything that's going on in that spectrum of bodily sensations or thoughts, emotions, feelings? What is our relationship to those experiences? How seriously are we taking our own thinking? What kind of underlying beliefs might sprout this kind of thinking? How sticky are these thoughts and experiences? How attached to them are we? So these stories, these thoughts, feelings, sensations, they're always moving through, they're always changing. How much are we investing into their permanence? Can we open up and just allow these experiences to have their own place, their own time, their own presence? And seeing if we can remind ourselves that anything that we experience, highs and lows and lefts and rights, throughout this practice and throughout our day, these are all really, really common experiences. You only have to scratch the surface to realise that we're all much more similar than we let on to be. Just becoming aware that we're heading towards the end of this practice now. Noticing if the mind kicks into a different gear or if we slip into a different role. And none of that's wrong. Just being aware of what's going on. It's sometimes helpful to bring our attention back into our body, maybe the hands or feet. And just starting creating a little bit of movement there. Maybe moving the shoulders and chest, head and neck. And allowing the sound again of the gong just to bring us back together, back into the group. And in your own time, opening the eyes if they've been closed.